In the first video, tell you how Project 2025 will change the way you live, and how it will affect the poor LGBT plus population in the national state of the United States. In this video, I want to show you how Project 2025 will transform the value and institutional goal where you live. Proyect 2025 also ignores the reality of many single-parent families, especially that headed by single mothers, by eliminating support programs and reducing the sources available. These families will face greater obstacles to getting ahead. For example, without access to subsidies. For child care, many single mothers may have to face the difficulty of finding a job that allows them to pay for child care. Without these subsidies, paying for daycare or a nanny would be virtually impossible. This means that many single mothers will have to work in the day could find, after in poor repair or unstable jobs, which could make it very difficult to cover basic needs such as food, housing, or the education of their children, directly affecting this quality of life. Furthermore, without accessible health programs, they would not be able to receive regular medical care, which good after better well-being and their loved ones. Children. In summary, the first part of Project 2025 is not only about restoring the family at the center of American life, but also about imposing a very specific version of what a family should be, excluding all those that do not fit that model. By banning abortion, restricting contraceptive, eliminating protection for the LGBTQ+ community, and withdrawing support for vulnerable families, this plan has the potential to dramatically transform the lives of millions of people by limiting their rights and opportunities of strengthening families. Project 2025 seems focused in imposing a single and exclusive vision, leaving many families and communities without the support they need to thrive. So the question is, are they really protecting the families or just a very limited version of it? We continue with the country's burden and resources although this war might sound like a commitment to the nation's security. The project has a very rigid approach that focuses on applying targeted immigration policies and concentrates on power in the hands of the government. Let's explore what it entails, really this power, and how it affects many communities and the country. One of the most controversial measures of the plan is the implementation of mass deportation making, that the United States Immigration Agency announced as ICE made for use of rapid removal. Project 2025 proposes to deport millions of undocumented people who reside in the United States. In the United States, it does not matter if they have been living in the country for years, if they work and contribute to the economy, or if they have children born in the United States. The objective is to get rid of all immigrants without documentation in a quick and strict manner. This measure would not only affect deported people, but also to their families. Its idea is to carry everyone. The undocumented is living by some family members, such as children born in the United States, who have the right to stay because they are citizens. This will cause many families to be separate and leave children without parental support. Another important element of the plan is the creation of new temporary low-level detention centers, such as tents. Once the permanent prisons are complete, this center could be designed to gradually increase the detention capacity because a very high increase is expected in the number of people detained while they wait to be deported. These places are not designed to be support centers or humanitarian aid, but to facilitate deportation. It is estimated the number of beds available in this center will increase to 1,000, which will include the detention of minors. This has already been tried before with policies that separate the families. That is, when the parents were detained and the children were taken away from this experience shows us that children and their families suffer the emotional and psychological consequences of being locked and displaced. One of the humanitarian programs that allow people from countries affected by conflict or natural disaster to remain in the United States. The elimination of these programs leaves many people in a situation of extreme vulnerability, forcing them to return to their country of origin even when they remain dangerous or unstable. It is not just about rejecting immigrants trying to enter the country, but also to remove protection for those who are already here who face desperate situation in search of a safer life. Another relevant aspect on the plan is to form an independent immigration and border agency with more than 1,000 employees. Project 2025 process creating a new government agency at the highest level as part of the presidential cabinet that is currently in charge exclusively of immigration and border control issues. The Department of Homeland Security is made up of several agencies that distribute tasks related to immigration and border security. These agencies work in a coordinated manner, which implies that decisions go through several levels of review and supervision before being implemented with the change proposed by Project 2025. All these functions will be centralized in the single agency, given the head of that agency the power to make decisions much more quickly and directly without having to go through so many reviews from other entities. This means that implementation of immigration policies will be expedited, because there could not be so many organizations giving their opinion of bureaucratic process that breaks on decisions. The argument of Project 2025 is that all these measures are necessary to guarantee national security and protect the country's resources. However, beyond the security discourse, these are clear intentions to reduce immigration to its minimum expression and enter immigrants is a threatening death of recognition the contribution that millions of them they do to the country. Every day the project presents immigrants as a problem that must be gotten rid of. These tax reduction policies for the richest, along with cuts in social programs, create a scenario where economic inequalities become increasingly worse while the wealthiest obtain tax benefits. Lower-income people lose access to resources that are essential for this well-being and development, and is the way they plan to change the United States and with a part of the world will have been carried out by following the 2025 projects point by point. We hope you liked the video. If so, it would be help us a lot that you leave us a comment such YouTube neural network values this highly and does recommend our videos to more people. You give it a like and activate the bell so that you receive a notification when we upload our next video. So I'll see you there soon.